Hello, dear friends. I was just about to run outside, get some sunshine, and I was leaving work today right after posture class. And that's when I'm really watching people. And I just saw her stand. She doesn't come to class, and I talked to her a little. I just took her picture, because I was standing there and I was watching her. And I watched her walk in like this. So I'm watching you guys when you're walking in and out of the building. Nate's always watching. And then I just saw her standing like that. And normally I don't do this, but I'm like, I just took a picture. I walked up to her. I'm like, what do you see here? And she's like, oh, wow. Oh, my head is really forward. She's like, and I've been going to physical therapy. And this is like blew me away. And you're like, you've been going to physical therapy? She's like, yeah, for like months. I'm like, why is your head so forward? And she's like, that's all they've been working on is my head. So I talked to her about how her hips are forward here. So you can see that as well, that her hips are very forward. The hips kind of go along with the head. So you notice that right where the femur goes in, we call that our greater trochanter on the outside of the hip, lines up with the ear. And you guys know this if you've been watching any of my videos. And that puts weight right there, right into the toes, right into the arches. You're going to develop hyperextended knees, foot pain. So you got to start with your foundation. You got to start with the ankle and the hips. So I'm like, instead of thinking about pushing your neck back all the time, because when you throw your neck back, you're going to shove your hips forward. So you're robbing Peter to pay from Paul. So this is what I was telling her. And so I just told her, bring her hips back a little bit. It's not perfect, but like so much better. You can see that the hip and the ankle are in line first. And that's going to engage those deep abdominals as well as the deep hip flexors. Those iliopsoas muscles get overstretched when you're throwing them forward. And you're also jamming out. It's not about looking good. It's like, that looks horrible. But it's also about, you're resting on the joints there between the sacrum and the L5. So when you're throwing those hips forward, you're really flattening out. It looks like you have too much curve in the low back, but you're actually flattening out your lumbar spine. That's the problem. So you're going to watch that. And then once you get those hips right, usually the head will fall almost in place where it needs to be. So when you're doing your exercises, you really want to think about getting your foundation set right before you think about your neck. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to throw your head back and you're going to be throwing your hips forward. So we call that the lazy swayback posture. So careful about that one. And people are like, what's the best exercise? It's embracing your core, lengthening your spine, and trying to maintain that throughout the day, because that's what you're working on all the time. And working on achieving that, you might need special exercises. But it's not the exercise, it's how you do it. That's what I'm trying to drill in people's minds. Getting you to do it with your core tight, and your chest upright, and everything in line. You want the ear, shoulder, hip, ankle in line. Alright, now I'm going to go do that now. I'm going to go walk my dogs, get some sunshine. So try to do that. Try to work on that when you're sitting. Even here when I'm doing it, I can feel myself. I got to get myself upright. It's hard because you've been working all day. So you got to work on those things. Get yourself upright and ready to face the day. Thanks for watching.